morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, August the 11th. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. I've got a really special young lady with us today.
Thank you.
And I sure hope I don't mess this name up. It's a special young lady, Shristi Bashista.
Very close. Shristi Bashista.
Okay, thank you. See, she's a kind person.
No worries.
You're from Nepal, right?
My parents are from Nepal. I was born
You were born here, so
Yes.
you're first generation here.
Yes.
But you're here to talk about Partners of the America. And you just came back from the country, Colombia.
Yes.
What were you doing down there?
So I was on a volunteer service leadership intercultural exchange. And so we went around, we met people there, we learned about various projects that people there were doing, and it was an amazing experience.
What is the purpose of Partners of the America?
The goal of Partners of America is to unite people from all across the Americas. So South America, Central America, North America, just to unite.
And this was started by John F. Kennedy, right?
Yes.
About
yes.
50 years ago.
Yes.
And you told me that when you came in, and you
Yes,
were very
I
proud
did.
of that.
Yes.
What do you feel your part in this is? And why did you get involved?
Well, I have always considered myself a world citizen. It's always been hard for me to say, you know, like, I'm just from here, and so I only relate to the people here, because I feel like people all across the world are very, very similar, and my goal in life is to become I want to be able to help the world in whatever actions I make and whatever decisions I make, and I feel like the best way I can do that is by meeting people from around the world and, you know, learning about situations that different people have. So I applied to this program for that reason. And my purpose in this program is to learn and to represent the United States in the best way I possibly can.
You really are a very special young lady.
Thank you.
When I sit here and I listen to you talk and I'm looking at your eyes and the expression on your face, and I realize that you are very, very sincere about what you're saying. You really do care about the human race.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you do. And you were talking about the fact that we really are all people. And if we could just take down these borders and look at each other and talk to each
Yes.
other in a civil way, the world would be a lot better, wouldn't it?
Yes. I mean, that's one of the things. So I visited Nepal, and now I visited Colombia, and I've been to Canada, and I've met people, obviously, in the United States, and it's beautiful how similar we are. It really is beautiful. Obviously, we have our differences, like with our cultures and the food that we eat and the language that we speak, but our goals, our dreams, our hopes, they're all very similar, and I find that so beautiful, and I want to just, you know, like, help people be able to reach those goals and to live very happily, because I feel like all people deserve that.
You thought about going into politics?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
Here's a future president right here.
Thank you.
Your mom and dad are sitting over there, and I can tell they're very proud to have you here. If people want more information about any of this, what can they do?
Well, they can go on to partnersofamerica's.net, I think it is, partners.net.
Okay.
And there's a youth ambassadors section that they can check out, and they can check out all the amazing things that Partners of America is doing and are doing. Check out the Department of State website, because Partners of America is associated with the the Department of State, and there are a bunch of programs that the U.S. government helps to do, like intercultural exchanges.
And you're going to continue, right?
Yes,
Will you come back again
to
this program and talk some more?
Sure, of course.
Oh, okay.
If you would like to have me.
I would love to have you. I would love to have you come back. Thank you so much. Okay. And
right.
you stay where you are. We'll get another date before you leave here.
Okay.
All right. Now, I want to turn to Heather Harlan, the Phoenix Health Program. You got a tough act to follow
I
here.
do, for sure.
This is one talented young lady.
We know not all young people are doing as well as Shristi is doing.
Yeah.
So obviously.
Yeah, she really is a special lady. But you're here to talk about something also.
Yeah, with Phoenix Health Programs, again, looking for letting people know about the services we have specifically for adolescents. We have services for adults who are having problems with drugs and alcohol. But I wanted to tell you about a young man I met just within the last few days, and we have this kind of stereotype of, kids who are on drugs and they're kind of surly, et cetera. This young man was a 16-year-old just gregarious, and was really, he and his mom came in, they were just so, he was so embarrassed by something that had happened while he was under the influence. He'd been trying to manage some mental health issues and some responsibilities in his family with using drugs, and it's taken him places he didn't want to go, and he told me the most important thing to him was getting the trust of his family back. So
Getting the trust of his family
and he
back.
almost skipped out of my office when he found out what kind of services we offered, that we focused on him one-on-one, no group, so you don't have a 16-year-old in with a 13-year-old or 16-year-old within a 19-year-old. It's all on his goals and what he wants to do, an outpatient, so he doesn't have to leave the community. He was so excited.
Yeah.
So I really want to just sort of go over what people to look for when they're thinking about treatment for young people.
Yeah.
And I'm using some visuals today to help
Okay.
people remember. So there are 4 things, the 4 E's.
Okay.
And the first is early. Early
Yeah.
interventions give better results. So everybody remembers that. So don't wait. Dental problems, diagnosis, diabetes, or drugs.
It's always
earlier.
early.
Yeah.
Early.
Effectiveness. The majority of treatment here in the country is based on tradition, not on science and research. And what we do at Phoenix with the young people is based on science and research. So check that out. It's on our website. And then the expense, how much does it cost? Well, we have resources for people whether they have insurance or they don't have resources. We can help them find a way that it's affordable to get treatment for their young person who might be experiencing problems. And finally, eagerness. How well does a young person like the treatment? And if you get above, on a 1 to 5 scale, if you get above a 3 nationally with treatment for teenagers, you're doing really well. Our program consistently gets the reviews of about 4.7. So they tend to like it to come in, so it's more effective
How
that
big of
way.
a problem is the drug problem?
A few years ago, the Columbia University Center for Substance Abuse Treatment listed teen substance abuse use as the #1 health issue in the country. Not the #1 health issue for adolescents, #1 health issue in the country.
Yeah.
So
Next week we're
yes.
going to talk with Joy Sweeney about Counsel for Drug-Free Youth.
Yeah,
And
great.
it really is a big.
It is.
But there is help. There's help
Yes.
available. There is no reason why anyone has to go through this alone. The biggest thing is admitting that you do have.
That's the thing. Time out, because I want you to know, with the kids, they don't have to admit they have a problem. Just come on in.
Okay.
We can work with them. You get them in the office, and we'll work with them. We're on Facebook, Phoenix Health Programs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they don't even
just
have to
call
admit
us.
they
No,
have a
just
problem.
call us.
All right. How do you? What's the number?
573-875-8880, and call me extension 2142. It's the legal drinking age and the legal drinking age times 2. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks for continuing the
Good having
conversation,
you here,
Paul.
Heather.
Great.
Harlan.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Tomorrow, Walter Bargan, our first poet laureate from Missouri. Have yourself a good morning. Bye-bye.